Hi everyone, the Toefl means Test of English as a Foreign Language. It's important because it's an international exam to test your skill and abilities in English. It's an admission requirement for college and university in the US and other parts of the world. Many scholarships and certification programs require their applicants to take the Toefl. Here at COSEA, we are going to present TOEFL ATP simulator, and it's valid for 2 years. You can present the TOEFL exam as many as you pay for it. The TOEFL ATP paper-based has 3 sections, and the maximum score that you need is 177 points, and the questions are 140 questions.
Okay guys, so I'm going to talk to you about how to do your TOEFL. Okay, for my opinion, I think the TOEFL is a very important test because they tell you how much is your English grammatic. But the way I think it's not like so important if you just want to talk English about anything with your friends and go to you say or you okay or and just make conversation. I think it's not so necessary. But if you really want to work and or be a teacher or you want to know English, if you want to your grammatic it wants to be like more formal, I think you really need to study and you really need to do that stuff. So I investigated and about the tips to do my TOEFL to have a good points, and I found five very interesting tips. One of them is get familiar with TOEFL topics beforehand. So watch video that you believe that will help you. My second tip is concentrate in your reading part. Well, for my opinion, is the most difficult part because there's a lot of grammatic that it's very confusing or it's completely new for you. So maybe you can read like a kind of dictionary and get more familiar with words that you will never listen to or read it, okay? My third tip is that you have to get a lot of attention and read the first paragraph or the first line and go to the first question because questions and answers come one after another. The first question you will get the answer in the first paragraph. It will never be like the first question's going to the answer going to be in the last paragraph. It always is like the first questions is going to ask you about something that it's going to be in your first paragraph. So that's going to be like so fast and you don't going to lose your time reading all the text. Okay. And my last tip is once that you get the right answer, just stop there and go to the next question. If you don't that means that I remember that teacher told me one day that if you read the questions and just one come instantly to your mind, pick it because something in your inconscious tell you that's the question. So be confident in yourself and trust in you. Something tell you that is the question. So don't question you if you subconscious that is the question, just pick it up. And if you really don't know the answer, make a template to cross to cross out the wrong answers, and it's going to give you the final answer. And it's like nearly 1% that is the right question.
I'm gonna tell you about generalities of the TOEFL exam. There are two kinds of TOEFL that you should know. The first one, the TOEFL IVT, and the second one is the TOEFL ITP. The IVT measures your skills on four basic aspects: reading, listening, speaking, and writing. The four basic that we all know, I guess. The ITP measures your skills on listening, reading and compression of grammar. Basically, the ITP can focus more on grammar. Let's talk about note taking in both ITP and IVT. You're allowed to take notes on IVT. It's not required. It's not like you must do, but it is an option that you have if you want to remember certain points of what you're reading or listening. In contrast, in the ITP exam, in the ITP test, you can't take notes, and you must remember what you are listening or reading. And in the IVT test, that is one that contains a speaking test. You must speak like, not like a native, but like follow the sound patterns that a native speaker does when he speaks naturally. When you are in the speaking section in the IVT, they are evaluating the grammar that you use, of course. So even when they don't paste directly the grammar structures in the IVT, they are testing it. They are like evaluating it indirectly, and that's why it's so important that even if you are not taking the ITP test, you have to know the grammar structures. I mean, it's like the basis of the language. That's kind of obvious, but anyway, it's important to say it. Well, that I think that is the generalities topic. Is like about, remember, there are two kinds of TOEFL, ITP and IVT.
Hi, my name is Fernando. We are going to review three things: note taking, paraphrasing, and summarizing. Now, some people could think these are the most boring parts or the least useful. Note taking becomes very handy, mostly for those who know what they need to know. With this I mean, they know the important things they should remember to have less trouble in the exam. They know where to go back, what clauses to check, or paragraphs to check. They can also take notes, quick notes, because there's time in TOEFL, so you can use symbols or a bad handwriting that only you understand, but this will help you to go back and check them so you can answer more correctly and more assertive. Another aspect is paraphrasing. When paraphrasing, you must do your best to understand the writer's perspective and to try putting his ideas under your own perspective. One thing I do when paraphrasing is I keep it long enough to cover the essentials, but short enough to keep it interesting. This is something personal, but it can help you if you're if you're taking notes or if you have to make a writing of a text. And last but not least, there is summarizing. Now, for these we are going to need to have a clear idea of the text so we can make a much shorter version of it that is concise, clear, and coherent. We need to really understand the text, understand a little bit about the author, so we can put that text in less words. That's basically what it is. We have to make it shorter but concise. I think it's a delicate task that has to be done with a lot of concentration, taking into account the major points of it. Well, I think that's it. Good luck in your TOEFL exam, and remember, practice makes the master.
The TOEFL is necessary if you want to follow your goals, dreams, or improve your quality of life. You already know about it, and what is needed is to practice, study, and prepare yourself very well. And that's all.